Fire it off, Sach.
Got it.
What is up, world? Back in action again. The fellas are in the building. This is the BCS After Hour Show. This is where the fellas chop it up, all things sports, what's going on in the world, and getting ready for some big-time March Madness. So you know we're going to be hammering some plays as well as showing off our brackets and what we're doing in each region, guys. BCS, give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram, guys. We're tossing out free plays to you each and every day. Off and rolling as always. All we ask is for a follow, and it's free of charge, baby. Get some free locks each and every day. But of course, the fellas are in the house. We'll do a quick roll call around the room. We got this Sach man in the building. Sach, how we feeling?
Feeling great. Good start today. E went 1-1. Zeej, you went 1-0 so far. And then I got Wiggins, the whale that I got going tonight, up against E's Knicks. So that's always a good treat for the Warriors, play the Knicks. They're without OG, thank goodness. But yeah, I'm ready to dive into March Madness. To be honest with you, it's hectic. We're all picking a region, which is going to be nice, so we can really dial in on those games. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the guys got to say. I know this is a Whit and E's wheelhouse pretty much. They love them some college hoops. So, we want to get off to a hot start this weekend before Thursday.
Absolutely. Big things coming with this big tournament on the way. And, of course, guys, we got the just one man with that water in his hand tonight. We got the Whitster now. Oh, in a glass. Whit, how we feeling?
Chilling. Ready to see the Warriors. Knicks. Curry could be the fourth player in NBA history to average 27 or more points past his 15th year. Undersized guard. So happy about that. Philly couldn't squeak that one out, but excited about the tournament starting tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow. Huge one. I love the Virginia game, the late game. I think it's 3:40 out here. So interested in that one. And then obviously going into Wednesday, it's going to be two other great games. And then let's get it going. So
absolutely. Good show tonight. And, of course, guys, we got the money man himself. He changes backgrounds every episode. The Teflon Don. We got Big E in the house. E, how we feeling?
Man, we're out feeling great, excited, looking forward to a good night. 2-0 yesterday, 1-1 tonight. I apologize, everybody. I put it out this afternoon. Didn't know Jimmy Butler wasn't done suit up. Wouldn't have had that play. But that's gambling. That's what happens. And let's get into it. Coach, what do you got, quarterback?
100%. Just kind of want
How
to.
are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great, man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to be 6 feet above ground and here with the fellas doing our thing, guys. Like we said, some big action for the tournament coming our way, and I know all the viewers and live listeners are going to love it. We're going to be hammering plays, guys, for March Madness, along with showing off what we're choosing bracket-wise, getting going. Let us know how your brackets are looking for this season. And, of course, we're going to get some fire plays coming. It's going to be madness, guys. Those first Thursday and Friday, there's going to be plays galore. So we're going to look for those trends as we always do and send them out your way if we're feeling especially hot with those. But I kind of wanted to, just go around real quick again for all the viewers and listeners. They want to know what the fellas are doing for March Madness. What's like your routine getting into it? What do you like to do for those first 2 days and everything? We'll start with Sach.
Yeah, typically back in the day, when I was in high school, that's pretty much when I fell in love with like college basketball. I used to have this teacher that we'd have no class. We'd just go into the classroom, not do anything. Pops up March Madness. That's pretty much when me and all my friends just fell in love with it. Out of the last year or two, I kind of got away from college basketball just because it's so much, and I focused on a little other things, but. No, I mean, there's no other tradition than, just watching games all damn day throughout, not just Thursday and Friday. You got a ton of games Saturday, Sunday, upsets happening left and right. Number 1 seeds as of lately getting knocked out. We got Purdue that happened. And then I remember the 17, 18, or when Virginia got knocked out. So that was, that was kind of just, that was just March Madness. But I mean, me and you, I'm on spring break this week, so I got nothing else to do but just watch games. So I'm looking forward to it. Zeej, I know you're probably going to take off work. Me and you might head up to the hill, head up to a bar around here, just chill shootout content all damn day we could. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, there's no better time of year. You got this NBA, free agency. Good time to be a sports fan right now.
What we got, Whit?
You know what Whit's going to be doing. I'm flexing hours. I'm getting off early. I'm headed to a spot. I'm going to have something cold in my hand, probably some cold Rocky Mountain mule piss, a.k.a. Coors Light. I'm going to be putting them down. So tomorrow I'll probably work the whole day, and I'm going to watch it from the office. But got a nice TV up in the home office. I'll be watching there, and then maybe head out later in the evening for the later game. But come Thursday, yeah, I'll be watching the early games while I work, telework, and then I'm going to get out by 4 o'clock. I'll be watching the rest of the games. And then Friday I'm off. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, look for some content. Can't say it won't be, sketch, but I'll put something out there.
Absolutely. E, how we feeling?
Man, unfortunately, I'm in the classroom all week, so might have to have a Friday sick day is what I've been feeling. A little bit of cough. I've been coughing around there a little bit, laying the groundwork.
Voice a little raspy.
Yeah, but I got to definitely go in Thursday, so I'll be on the phone, computer, watch, everything going. I'll be okay. And then Sunday out of Denver, 10 a.m. I'm heading to the Mecca, going to Vegas. So going to see what the big dogs are doing, see how the boards look, go out to Circa, do some other things. It's EJ's 24th, so we're going to go out there, come back Thursday when it starts.
Yeah,
I'll be Monday live from Las Vegas.
Yeah, send some out, E. That'll be nice. See you out there. No, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. This is the time. Like I said, Super Bowl and everything's great. NBA Finals, great. But March Madness for me is just the best time of the year. This is when sports are just kind of at their peak, and they're heading there as well. I love it. This is where you put your paid time off to work, your sick days to work. There's no better excuse than to take the day off and just watch basketball all day. It's like the American thing to do. I love it. Like Sach said, might roll up to the Hill, might roll up to the Hawk, hit the sports book up there, get some content for you guys out and about, see what we're feeling on the day for all those plays and what we're liking. But it's going to be absolute madness, as we all know. There is this year, watching some of these, league championships and everything like that before the tournament, I think there's going to be some crazy upsets this year and whatnot. So, but that's how it is every year. That's why it's madness and everything. But excited to get that going with the fellas. Let us know in the chat, guys, to all the live viewers and listeners, what team you think is taking it this year for March, how you're feeling about your bracket, what plays do you want to see this year, and shoot us any questions in the chat right now, guys. We are live on Twitch, YouTube, as well as X. Throw some comments, throw some questions our way. We will fire them out and about, add you to the conversation as we always do. That's what we do. We're a community here for you guys, here to talk sports as well as toss out sports plays as well. But before we and to let the viewers and listeners know, we're also going to have another show tomorrow, guys. That's where we're going to do the big bracket talk. All the fellas are going to have their brackets ready. Yeah. We're each divided into regions, so we're going to split it up and give our takes on that region, who we think's kind of coming out of it, any sleepers we're seeing, what teams we really like in that region. So we'll be divided and everything, but we'll have our full brackets ready for you guys tomorrow. That show will take place tomorrow, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, guys. We just have the selection Sunday, so the fellas are ready to go and fire away. But with that being said, we kind of got a free show tonight and everything, our normal Monday schedule. Kind of just here to chop it up with you guys. Let us know what you're thinking, what is on the mind in the sports world. But kind of just want to go around, Sach, anything kind of hit your mind with sports going on in general, March, NFL, NBA, any big topics you're seeing?
Pretty much I was just trying to focus on, looking at a lot of March Madness stuff. I'm trying to get ahead of the ball early because I got a lot of catching up to do. And I was researching all these teams and I forgot what conference or what quadrant am I again? Am I South? E?
What's Whit?
I'm the West, baby. West Coast, the best coast. E's got the East. Zach's got the Northwest. You got the South.
So I do got the South. Okay. I was looking at
1-2. Yeah,
1-2. Yeah, 1-2.
Well, I mean-
1-2 back to me.
in my bracket. I mean, what I'm looking at right now, I'm not even really news, but I'm looking at Duke to get bounced in the second, third round. Second, third round. They're not. This team has no fight. Watched them, when they went up against NC State.
They got Wisconsin in the second round. I think they'll play Wisconsin.
That's what I was looking at too.
So I think they're more athletic.
Vermont can knock them out right away. To be
Don't sleep on James Madison against Wisconsin.
Agree with that one. Agree with that one.
Yeah, they might.
I think James Madison.
Yeah.
They got an NBA ready wing player on that squad. So, dude, there's a lot of lower seeds, 15 seeds, 12 seeds, somewhere in there that have NBA ready players.
And in my quadrant, I got NC State, who might be one of the hottest teams going into this thing after what they just had to go through to beat a number one dude. I mean, I don't know.
Tough.
They're looking like an extremely tough team. I mean, I just have a lot of stuff to just look up between that. So just doing that. But I mean, in the NFL world, just got news that the Cowboys, Stephon Gilmore will not be returning, heading back to New England, more than likely, from what the news reports say. So Cowboys are scrambling. So I'm just keeping it with the teams that, I'm really focusing on right now. And just what do you guys got to think about news? I kind of want to rally off of you guys.
So big pickup, Jordan Poyer to the Fins. I think that's substantial. Still perplexed of why Justin Simmons is not somewhere, unless I missed it. Still perplexed with that. Not seeing why he hasn't been picked up. That's interesting. 49ers, just a ridiculous sanctions placed on them for zero salary cap, anything. Probably someone making under six figures with a payroll issue, and they're bouncing picks around, losing picks. It's just like ridiculous. But hey, that is the NFL and Roger Goodell, man. He's a different cat, and that's different. But I thought the Jordan Poyer thing, I think for the Fins, getting a veteran on the back end of that defense is huge. I think the defense was an issue. I think the Bills take a step back this year, so I think that's even bigger for the Fins, and I think they're the class of that division this year. Not that the Bills won't make the playoffs, but I think it's going to be a different Bills team you're going to see this year. And I think the Dolphins win that division. So, and then obviously just watching the Knicks, on a 13-4 run to begin this game on the road, unacceptable for Golden State.
Yeah, getting blitzed against fucking Hartenstein. Jesus.
Yeah. So Brunson back-to-back 40-point games. So we'll see what he does this tonight.
Yeah, I was looking forward to tonight's game just because, the Knicks. The Knicks last four games, no team over in the 90s on defense, and then going up against Golden State's offense. So it's early. We'll see what goes down. I guess as far as what surprised me, I'll go NCAA. I'll go with the travesty. I'll go with the talk of the world. A little small school out in South Orange, New Jersey, Seton Hall. The Pirates didn't get selected. I'll tell you why. I'll make their case for them. They beat the number one team in the nation. They beat UConn. They beat the number 8 team in the nation. They beat Marquette. They beat the 15. I know it's a 15 seed, but they beat St. Peter's. What do you got to do? You're just a small time school, so you don't get that nod. They should be there over some of those mid 12 and 13 schools that get in just because of the conference they play in. I mean, when you can go in there and say, "Look, I beat a 2 seed, I beat a 1 seed. What more we got to do?" So I don't know. That kind of surprised me, but go ahead.
The overall number 1 seed. The overall number 1 seed.
Yeah, the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah.
You could only play what your conference has, Yeah. So, but that surprised me a little bit. But at least give them a playing game. But other than that, it won't change. But that's kind of my big take on this was like, man, what happened to Seton Hall? I feel bad for the guys. They bust their ass. They beat who they should have, and you're sitting in your gym watching it come down, and nobody gets to show the confetti for you. But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to get too much NCAA stuff out. I'll have my full analysis out tomorrow. But what I'm really excited for with my region and everything, obviously we got Colorado State. They're still in the play-in game right now, as well as CU's in the play-in game too. So those are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. So some action tomorrow and some action Wednesday, which I like. I really think I think CSU has had an amazing basketball team this year, though. They're absolutely they've played so well this year, and I think they're actually going to make some movement if they get past this playing game and obviously get in. I do believe they will, but I think they're going to make a little motion here in the tournament, which I like. I saw some things I really like. They got one of the top scorers. He's like the top scorer in CSU history as well, which is pretty cool. So we're kind of going to see a big thing for Colorado right now. You got two teams that have a chance to make it to the dance. That usually never happens.
Yeah.
So that's pretty huge. Good coaching along the way. And the other thing, obviously, Purdue's #1 in my region. That's one of those teams I think might get bounced a little early, fellas. I don't know. There's something about them. They've got like a curse with them too. And the prior March Madnesses, they've been swept early. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. They got these two guards that are not as good as you would think they would be for #1 seed and everything. I don't know. Their ball movement's kind of slow and whatnot. So we'll see. It's weird how they come up with all these seedings sometimes in the.
Well, I think Purdue deserved the #1. I think the problem is you got one guy, Edey, and I've always been an advocate of the tournament. You have to have good backcourt play. If you do not have guards that can create their own shot, if you don't have guards that can break down a defense, if you don't have guards that can defend and get out on the break, you're going to struggle. That's just the reality. You could have a big dude down low, but at the end of the day, a lot of these games come down to who can get a shot. You know what I mean?
And they come down to you need guys who can actually control the game and control the ball.
Yeah.
And you can't do all that down low.
What I think you see, and you saw last year with San Diego State, and I think you're seeing it with Houston, is these are people that are staying in college, staying together, and the nucleus is staying longer, and these are bigger body, able-bodied men, and I think that's why you're seeing lower seeds go longer. If you look at the records of the lower seeds, I got the West region, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you something right now. Watch out for Grand Canyon against St. Mary. That's the 12-5 matchup that I like. I like Grand Canyon to beat St. Mary in the first round, and they have a guard, a wing player that is NBA ready. When you look at him, you're gonna see they've won their last 5. I just rattle off, man. Utah 89-74, and then you go San Francisco, you go other folks, but they're winning by an average margin of 16. Not to mention holding opponents to 59. When you start looking at these things and they have these long juniors and seniors that have been playing on the wings for that many years, I like that 12-5 matchup. I'll just speak for my region. I like Grand Canyon to beat St. Mary in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And we'll see who wins and who they play, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see them in the Sweet 16. So
I think,
those 12-5 matchups are always tough. I know a lot of 12s almost every year.
But look at some of the 15 seeds, 3 losses, 6 losses. Look at some of their quality wins that they have. He gets much deeper in like the rankings of who they play. I get a lot into like points against, points scored, defense and stuff. But and I know he's a big East Coast homer. I usually stay out on the West, so I got to do a little more research when it comes to the Northeast. You know, anyone over there in the Northeast that's getting a short suit. They owe some ducats for litigating for them in every forum, not just on the show, but in office talk, in a parking lot at Walmart. Yeah. This guy's always advocating for the little man in the Northeast.
South Orange, New Jersey, Seton Hall Pirates. Devastated.
Wait, and their coach is the old St. Peter's coach. What was his name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name. But damn, what a turnaround that St. Peter's gets in and then they don't.
What about Long Beach State? Amicably agreed to part with their coach
And then he makes the tournament.
And then they win the
I
tournament.
heard-
So now
I heard
that's an
now-
awkward
I
relationship.
heard now they're giving him an extension.
Are they?
Now. Yeah,
No
I
way.
heard that.
How
heard
could
that
you even
today.
do that?
There was like bad blood there. It looked like he was going to lose his job and everything, but now he got him in the tournament, and they're giving him an extension.
That's like you agreed to break up before you went to an anniversary dinner, but the steak was so good and the venue selection was that that you're now going to reconcile your relationship. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, even I feel like these universities are getting more cutthroat when it comes to stuff like that, like getting rid of people before the season even ends. I don't know if you guys saw a couple weeks back when the Nevada women's coach got fired right after the game.
They let her go.
They didn't even like that's just see when we talk about me and ZJ with the handshakes, I don't want to do that. Like that's that's whatever. But that's honestly like a business, like a full-on business, and that was just extremely unprofessional to do. And to send her out,
send her out to the
is that
to the
at the press conference?
Yeah,
And she got fired before the press conference.
yes.
Like what is she supposed to say?
That's she.
And
Well, no, that whoever made that decision needs to have some repercussions because
Hey, so
why on earth would any girl coach want to go and coach there after that when you just publicly humiliated her in front of millions of people because it's been circulated around the internet?
well,
I don't know. That was grimy. Universities are grimy. That's why I'm a big fan of the NIL and let these kids do what they want because these universities at the end of the day, they're grimy and they're grimy to their own employees that are getting paid on payroll.
Real quick, I wanted to, obviously we'll get into more of this tomorrow night and everything, but I kind of wanted to throw this Sach's way and then everyone else's too. Just with Houston being in your region, Sach, did you guys see that the conference championship? I mean, they got bounced.
but did they play everyone?
I don't know. I just didn't think that was a good look.
So here's what I would say. Here's what I would say about that. Now I'll see what E says.
You don't want to win your conference?
Here's the deal. So they win the game, right? They wanted to win, but I think they win out. They were the second overall seed period where they won or lost. They were not leapfrogging UConn. They were not going to be bounced out from being a number one seed. They were probably not even going to be bounced to being the number one seed. So they were in that 2 spot. And I think when you do that, it's like, okay, I think the boys went out and partied. They had a good time. I think they'll be okay. Tough region, but I think they'll be okay.
I think they just got caught. That's all. I think they won like I don't know how many consecutive games. They just blew out Kansas. They just got. And I think not disrespect, but the biggest people talking about is Iowa State's a good team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They balled out all year. Well, that's what I'm saying. So it wasn't like they just, it's not like UNC losing to the 10 seed, NC State. You know what I'm saying? That stuff happens. And hopefully these teams, UNC included, are going to bounce back for the tournament. You guys both played college ball. You refocus. I use the analogy of hockey, right? They just got checked. They were out there fucking around, just ice skating, not looking what's going on. Bam, got checked into the boards. They're awake now. And to Whit's point, he asked about LBI. That's who they got up. So we'll see what happens, but it could be a pretty bloody game.
Do you think some of these teams that see that are thinking, wow, there's blood in the water now, though?
Nah, this is a new day, man. When that tournament starts, it's a different day. And here's the deal. Iowa State got those South Dakota State Jackrabbits, number 15 seed. So it's not like they got anything being the number 2 seed. Look out for them Jackrabbits coming out of South Dakota State, baby. That sports program's on the rise.
If you watch, to the people out there, not us because we were there, obviously, but if you watch Saturday's show, we had a special guest, Hayden Graham, played D1 ball in the Mountain West, and we asked him, hey, is momentum what it is? Is it really that big a thing? And he picked NC State, if you guys remember. Yeah, and he called that. So, but he said it is. Now, what's happened is, hey, we got a week off. That momentum's gone. Like NC State isn't carrying that on the road, packing it all. Yeah. They stayed at one location, one hotel, and played 5 nights in a row, wherever that ACC tournament was. But Big Mo can show up on anybody, right? So we'll see who gets it now. But I don't think – if you're Long Beach, you're probably thinking that, hey, we got a chance. And they're going to put it up. But if you're Houston, you're saying, dude, we just got embarrassed. Like, that's my point as the coach. I'm saying you need to be out here, show the world why we're number one. And let's get out here and do this. So be interested, too, with UNC. Same thing. They lost theirs, a couple other ones. It sucks. You want to win, but – you want the big ticket.
I think you know where you're at, and as far as you look at the Mountain West got 6 teams in. The Mountain West Conference has 6 teams, with the lowest seed I think being a 6 seed. So you got San Diego State at a 5 seed, and they were playing how they were playing. So that tells you the quality. You're looking at New Mexico. You look at Utah State. You look at San Diego State. You're looking at
you also got Boise playing Colorado in the playing
to get
game.
it.
So
to get it,
Boise
that
State
could be
another mountain.
So you're looking at these conferences are much more competitive that are not on the ACC and the Big 10 and Big 12, type thing. But so I think I thought San Diego State would be like an 8 to 11 seed. They were a 5 seed. They weren't even ranked in the top 25 at the end of the year and lost out. Now they bounced around from 18 to 21 to 24. So I don't know, man. It's going to be wild because even doing the West, I'm looking at teams, and when you really look at it, there's some NBA players on some teams that they're not on people's, they're not in their forefront of their mind. So.
Absolutely. Ladies and gents, again, you are tuned into the Bet Champ Show. This is the After Hours edition. The fellas are in-house tonight, guys. Throw some questions, comments our way. We'll always throw you out onto the show, guys. And stay tuned every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Myself, along with Sach, always toss out our early odd NBA player props, and they are off and rolling tonight. We are looking pretty good, as well as each day you could catch Big E. He's always tossing out his plays. He's off and rolling as always, guys. We got this show every Monday and Thursday night, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is the After Hours show. Fellas, get a little loose, talk all things sports, and tune in for our special March Madness bracket show tomorrow, guys, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're going to be talking about all the regions, showing off our brackets, as well as some nice plays that we like going into the tournament. This is what we do. This is the Bet Champ Show, guys. We are here for you. We follow the trends. We want to get you some good quality plays out your way, as well as just chop it up, talking sports. Next question I had for the fellas in the house. Who do we believe, obviously we're going to dive deeper tomorrow, but it's really UConn's tournament to lose. Is there anyone that we would see be a really good challenger to UConn right now? Anyone kind of standing out for you guys that you could think could amount up to the line themselves?
I'm going off of just, not that I've done like the extensive amount of research, but a lot of things that I've seen is a lot of people like Houston to, at least make it to the Final Four, to the championship game. And, it's a 1 seed, but making it to the Final Four, no matter what seed you are, is going to be hard. And we've seen it time and time again. We're not, there may be one seed in the Final Four, but a lot of people that I know, like Houston, I'm pretty sure they're a veteran ran team. They don't, Houston's not one of these like blue bloods where everyone's just wanting to go there. They're turning into that, but I know a lot of people like Houston. I can't wait till, like I keep saying it, to just dive deeper into every single team that I'm going to be looking at. But what is your guys' take on Houston, Whitney? I know you guys obviously pay attention a lot more than I have, but a lot of people are on Houston bandwagon.
So I'll probably have Houston coming out in the game, and here's why. I think they have the easiest region. If you look at who they have, they got Longwood out the gate, Nebraska, Texas A&M, depending on who wins that, right? And then you're going to end up having Wisconsin or Duke or James Madison or Vermont, right? So, and you go down that region, you got Texas Tech, NC State, Kentucky, Oakland, and then Florida. And really Marquette is the one that I think can be physical enough with them and actually play with them. But other than that, I don't know of another team. Maybe Kentucky. They hit shots, whatever. I don't think anyone else in that region can beat them. I don't even think it'll be close. So Marquette and Kentucky are the only two, but they're going to have to play each other to even get to them. So they're only going to face one of them. So when you look at that region, I think they have the easiest path to the Final Four. You get down in the Midwest and it gets dicey. I think the East, I think E got that region. UConn's got an interesting road up there. You got Illinois up there. You got Iowa State up there. You got Auburn. You got San Diego State. So they didn't get a draw for in terms of a number one overall seed. But you come out west, and this is an interesting one. You got Michigan State, right? So and North Carolina up there, Mississippi State, but Michigan always plays well, and they played very well as of late. They just haven't got the results they wanted, but Tom Izzo always comes ready for the tournament. Alabama, extremely athletic. Clemson, New Mexico, don't forget they were ranked in the top 25 to end the season. You got Nevada, another Mountain West. Arizona out there, I like them to come out, and I actually will probably have Arizona coming out of that bracket when you see mine tomorrow. I think I like Arizona. So when you look at overall the entire bracket, I think Houston has the easiest road to get to the Final Four. And I would not be shocked if you see them in the national title game.
Yeah. Yeah. All it's interesting because just in the East, and I'm not going to, that's my bracket. I won't give it up, but I wouldn't be surprised. They are the best team in the country right now, but they got to get past Auburn, Bruce Pearl and his guys. Those guys are just straight dogs. And then Iowa State just to make it into the Final Four to come face the South's champs. So
they got Illinois.
I think, yeah, I think out of all of them, when you just look at it, I think Purdue's been set up with the easiest route to not the Final Four, but to the Great Eight. But that's just looking at it. It's not my division. But when I was looking at that side, you know, they threw them some bones right there. Samford, Kansas, McNeese State, Gonzaga. Gonzaga was a bubble team until about 3 weeks ago. TCU, Utah State, and then all the powers on the other end: Tennessee, Oregon, South Carolina, Creighton. But it'll be interesting to see on that. But for you, I don't think UConn's got a. Man, you guys seen it before. Josh said it. We've had Final Fours without a number one.
Yeah,
you just get who's gonna. What I can tell you, we don't know who, but there will be an NC State in this tournament. There is going to be somebody who catches fire on that weekend and just goes through their 2 games. You know, we're like, man, what's going on? Last year, what was it? UBA, UAB, they made it to the Final Four. They're out in the East. Yeah. You know, so you just don't know what it's going to be. But I wouldn't, Bill Parcells, you know, I wouldn't go putting UConn's bust in the Hall of Fame just yet. You were on mute, Sach, but what do you got?
I said, didn't St. Peter's make the Final Four too, no?
Yeah. No.
Or was it the Elite Eight?
Elite Eight. So,
yeah,
like Purdue. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, you good.
No, Purdue, I mean, like, don't sleep on TCU or Utah State, whoever comes out of that. So that's the first one, but then you got Gonzaga. I like McNeese possibly to upset Gonzaga out there. Kansas, I think they handle Samford. South Carolina, Oregon, we'll see what happens there. Creighton and Akron. Creighton's played good ball too, and then you got Texas and then Tennessee. A lot of people I think you'll see, and maybe it won't be a shock to you guys, but a lot of people will have Tennessee, I bet, in the national title game, if not in the Final Four. And I think you'll see a lot of brackets like that. Tennessee's tough. So Purdue, and I think Purdue's Achilles heel is their athleticism. And I think that's what you saw against Wisconsin is while Wisconsin's not athletic, I think they had more athletic guards that could get their shot because that last shot was nothing more than a ball screen that the guy beat him with foot speed to a layup. And you absolutely cannot have that happen. If you're giving up a final shot for the game, it's got to be a jumper. You can't give up a layup in the lane when you have a Zach Edey like to get you to overtime. That was demoralizing.
It's Herman
No,
fucking Munster out there, man. The guy, I don't think he's very athletic.
No.
He's just big. And if you watch that Wisconsin game, he's got his back to the board. He's missing everything. You're just like rebounds, defensive. You're like, what are you doing, man? You're just fucking Herman Munster out there, and that's how you got there. Get it, your player of the year, all that great stuff. But he fucks up a lot, and he's not that athletic.
Basketball IQ, and we go to
me.
Is Zach?
The point guard in the game prior.
Yeah, Zach's the big man of the group. Zach, his basketball IQ is hot garbage, and I go over there to 6'5", 6'6", ZJ to say, what is he doing at times?
Just standing around being a tree.
Getting fouled and shooting 16 free throws.
Standing around being a tree.
Hey,
he was at the free throw line the whole fucking game. I was watching. I said,
I don't want to read the text, but I think it was Sops that texted and said, "Why does Zach Edey's face just piss me off?"
He does, dude. I don't know what it is. He's probably a good kid. He don't really have a lot of emotion.
He's a great guy.
But when it's one of those dudes when he's just so big and he just has like no emotion, like he just has a blank face, and it just pisses you off because I don't know what it is, but I mean,
He's 7'4".
5.
7'5".
Yeah.
Like he got his 28, but he had 6 in the first half. So I don't know. But that I think Purdue. We'll see how favorable it ends up for them if there's some upsets. But I think that's going to be a difficult road for them to get out of.
Yeah. I'll just say, you know, and you guys kind of covered this too. I think Illinois has been playing great ball this year, especially as of late and everything. Don't sleep on Illinois. Don't sleep on Iowa State. Don't sleep on NC State. And as well as, I'm surprised none of you guys kind of brought this team up. I wouldn't sleep on UNC. I would not sleep on UNC. They've kind of surprised me a little. They got a little spark in them. I don't know what it is, Sadi.
They do.
They got a little spark in them, which I really like. So don't sleep on those guys. And I'm going to say it again, and I might have a little bias here, and we'll see what happens, right? We still have playing games, but I would say don't sleep on CSU, too. I think they can make a little motion.
See, yeah, I mean, I can't.
They got to get in the tournament here first. I think they got to get in the round of 64.
Get in the tournament before we sleep on somebody. Shot call the team before we in the tournament.
It's like they're in a play-in game, Eric, and he's like, "Don't sleep on them." They're like 70 first team. He's like, "Don't sleep on them."
If they get bounced out,
I'm trying to find them in the brackets. I'm like, where are these guys? Oh, they're not even officially.
They're in a play-in game, man. They're in a play-in game.
I'm telling you guys right now, these guys have played great ball all year round.
But here's the thing, dude. They're playing Virginia, and Virginia has played very good basketball in the ACC tournament. And so, dude, I like Virginia to win that game. I just don't think Colorado State beats Virginia.
But something interesting here, though. Isn't CSU in the Mountain West?
Yeah, they are. So they're another one.
If Boise State and CSU win, they'll have 8 teams in the tournament.
That might be a first for the Mountain West, though.
Mountain West is tough, man.
Yeah.
Let me do a little digging here. Look at the preview, Zach. Zach is you got to keep Zach honest, because if there was the kid's got a huge heart, but he's a homer. The guy's like anything within the Colorado border, they got a chance. Just the sheer fact that they eat the same grass.
He said don't sleep on both of them. Don't sleep on CU or CSU.
Yeah, he's like a joker. Anything within those borders, they eat the same organic grass-fed beef that I eat, and so I believe. You know what I mean? So
he loves his hometown team. You can't knock him for it.
They
would definitely take everything with a grain of salt.
They were 12-9 in the Mountain West.
That's how I would like to.
But because you got so many teams in there, but when you look at Virginia, 23-10 in the ACC at 14-8, and they got the Rams favored -2. Over/under is 120. So it's going to be interesting. Virginia scores 63 points. Colorado score averages 68.
You want a little action with?
Look, I know you're still trying to get that steak dinner back. We're not dating a
Want
steak
that
dinner on
action?
the playing game.
You want that action?
If you want to bet, like, hey, if you got to turn your hat all the way around, or actually style your hair for the next show, like I'm in it for a bet like that. Maybe zip up your cardigan. I don't know. I'm in it on a bet like that. You know what I mean? But I'm not betting my steak dinner that I'm coming out to eat at the old Grizzly
They're
Road.
tough. They're a tough team, but
Yeah.
I guess all I was trying to say, I'm not making fun, ZJ. I'm saying get in the tournament first, and then we could we could talk about them, right? Do they play tomorrow?
They do.
Wednesday?
They play the 19th. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow. So check this out. The last 10.
We'll know when
The
we
last
go live.
10. Yeah, the last 10. Both teams are 5-5 in their last 10. The Cavs averaging 60 points a game. The Rams averaging 70 points a game. Field goal percentage of 44 to 40. So the statistics favor the Rams. Obviously, these stats are not against each other, so that's going to change some things. But it's going to be interesting. But hey, if you want to put a little, I'll have to send you a pizza of your choosing from Uber Eats, and you'll get it to your house on the first day of the tournament game for you and your girl with a bottle of vino from Bevmo. I can do that. I like Virginia to win that game.
We can do a little something. I'll send you a little something your way. Hey, boom, bada boom, right after the game. You ain't got to worry if my stuff's coming in.
Chat.
You ain't got to worry if my stuff's coming in. But this is the Bet Champ Show, guys. The beauty of this show is, as you can see, Witt's moving tonight. He's engaged. His mouth is up and going. And that can only be ready for one thing, ladies and gents. Let's go. Witt's wisdom in the house, baby.
Look, tonight's wisdom, I didn't even have anything planned because, he always puts me on the spot. But tonight's wisdom is don't be a prisoner of the moment. Last week, you saw a lot of teams do a lot of great things. You've seen a lot of picks end in your favor. Do your homework, do your research. Understand, like E said tonight, the law of the Big Mo, one of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership from John Maxwell's famous book, #1 seller on the New York best sellers list. Do your research. Momentum is real, but the momentum has ceased. We've had a week off. You got some playing games tomorrow and the following day. Come Thursday, it's a new tournament, and there's going to be some hungry dogs, and hungry dogs fight best. So don't be a prisoner of the moment, not just in betting, not just in the sports world, but also in your personal life. Instant gratification rarely leads to long-term happiness. So do your homework, do your research. You're going to see our picks tomorrow. We all took a region, and it's going to be interesting to see. There's some more difficult ones than others, but you'll see my picks. I have the West region, and then we'll break it out from there. But don't be a prisoner of the moment. Do your research, and just because a team wins big in one round, don't jump on them immediately the next round. Do your homework with the new matchup because the dynamic of it has changed. And I think you need backcourt guard play to win this tournament or to go deep in the tournament. So that's wisdom. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully next time I get a flyby from Zach that I'm on for the night.
There we go, ladies and gents. Witt's wisdom. That's the guy you want to follow into battle. He's here every Monday night. We always appreciate the good, the mighty Witt. But off and rolling on this Monday night, guys. Cool stuff. Good conversation going. I'm excited. I think this is awesome, especially now that we're doing this stuff live and everything, especially with the show tomorrow. We're going to really see, who's eyeing in on what teams. And I'm really excited for us as a collect to get some play, not only just the bracket and, choosing who's going to win within the regions and stuff, but actually getting some good plays out to all the viewers and listeners out there, because I think we're going to be locked and loaded with those. It is madness. Anything can happen, but I think we got a good sight on a lot of these teams on who we think can come out and whatnot. So kind of excited about that. How do you guys feel about all that stuff? How we'll have to discuss how many plays we kind of want to come out of Thursday and Friday as well. Just so much action going on and whatnot.
Yeah, I think for that, we got to play it. We're going to have to play it day by day because we don't know who's coming out Thursday to get to Friday before, you can't just project out and say, hey, these two will meet up, because we don't know if that's going to be what happens. So, but the best way to do that is just keep up on the socials. You guys could throw yourself out on the prop show. I'll be on in the afternoon. Come on. You guys, anybody can jump on those socials for this and just say, hey, I got this coming up. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to follow and just stay with us, and you'll get notified. Look, I mean, we've been winning. The one thing you can say about the show, the one thing you can't say is that we're losing. We've been winning, and we've been handing out winners. So stay with us, and we're going to continue to win.
What do they say? A successful gambler wins 52% of the bet. That's like Vegas's thing, right? I think it's right around 52. We're at like 74% with that. What I've been tracking. So, hey,
yeah, guys, exactly what the fellas are saying. We're here to toss these plays out to you guys. Make sure, as well with YouTube and everything, put your notifications on. Hit that little bell up above. Turn the notifications on, just so you get notified right away when a video comes out and whatnot. Because we don't want you guys to miss out, especially on the early lines, especially when Thursday and Friday are coming with March Madness and everything. It's going to be so quick and fast, guys. I mean, these games go by really fast on this tournament, and they're just back to back to back. So make sure you guys have your notifications on for the channel and everything, so you can get every play. And then you could test out which ones you guys actually like and everything, but at least you're getting the opportunity to see everything as a whole.
Yeah, and on top of all of that, we got Witt's Dodgers starting MLB on Wednesday in South Korea.
Yeah, man, 3 a.m. out here.
Up, so
3 a.m.
Yeah, so
we got 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Probably not going to wake up for those. But it's pretty crazy. They're doing a 2-game set. They got 2 games set in Seoul, and then there's days between opening day. But super excited about opening day. The 28th, the Padres open up out here. So they just came out with the top 10 MLB stadiums in the MLB, right? Number 1 was Petco. Number 2 was Oracle. Dodgers ranked it at number 10. Not sure that I agree with that. You had Minnesota in there. You had Milwaukee in there. A lot of great stadiums. One of mine and my son's goals to get to every stadium. But here's a little known stat. Petco Park is the first ballpark to ever be voted the best MLB stadium to have the fan experience or to visit 3 times. Not only that, but they've done it 3 years in a row. This year is their 20th anniversary. They got the square out there that used to be a wiffle ball field for the kids. They put a big stage, concerts. Morgan Wallen played there earlier this year. That stadium, if you haven't had a chance to get to Petco Park, is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. So for the 3rd year in a row in the first stadium in the history of baseball to be voted the best place to watch a game 3 times, it's been 3 years running. So just awesome. A lot of stadiums in California, but Dodgers had 10. Petco came in 1. And Oracle 2, and then you had them spaced out. Wrigley was on there and Fenway too. Not sure I agree. I think that's more nostalgia. Same thing with Dodger Stadium, unless they've done something. Coors Field was actually like number 7. Nice ballpark, but very old too. But still a good experience out there.
Yeah. So good take. Good lead up to the MLB. We already know Zach got the Rockies in the series, winning the West. So.
Don't count them out. Hey, don't count them out.
Hey, don't count out them Rockies. Look, he hasn't started yet.
He's like Todd Helton MVP. I'm like, hey, Todd Helton retired. He's like, yeah, but well, Hall of Fame. But I know you guys don't like. I know you guys don't like my horse racing takes or my baseball takes. But hey, at least I got layers to me.
I think going into this, you're going to be the baseball guy. I mean, I don't know where Sach and ZJ are. It's probably my least. I got to learn some stuff. I'm going to dive deep. I'm going to try to focus on the NL East, just so I got 5 teams. I'm going to try to break down, follow throughout the year, so that'll be where a lot of my plays come from. But I think you're the baseball guy, and you're definitely the horse guy.
Yeah,
100%.
Horse guy. And the thing is, the thing is with MLB too, like I don't really keep up with it too much. I know a lot of the big name players got teams that are supposed to do good and whatnot, but I'm gonna just try to dial in on like just 5 teams that I know, pitchers that I know, because once you try to be a handicapper that tries to do the whole thing for every single sport, that's when it could get dicey and you're just throwing out blanks. So I'm a proceed with caution definitely during the MLB. Whit, it seems like you're going to be the MLB guy. So I'll do my best to throw out some ones that I really like. But yeah, and then we right around the corner, a couple months away, we got college football, and we may think about it, like when it gets there. But recruiting and stuff is going on now. People going into the draft, so let's dial in on our conferences. I know I got the MAC. I got MACtion during the week for college football. So
if you guys are good, I'll take Mountain West. I'll take Mountain West and Big East. I think it's only fair if DJ gets.
Give me the 12.
Where'd they go? Yeah, where'd they go? Big 12.
Give me the 12.
Big 12 Zeech. Wow, look at Zeech with the Big 12. There we go.
So back to what E was saying though. If you're gonna take the AL East, E, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be
NL.
Oh, the NL. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you
NL.
said the AL. Now, if you want to follow a division this year, the AL East is one you're going to follow. The NL East is going to be dynamic as well. But when you look at the Rays, the Yankees, the Orioles, the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, that division is going to be wild. And when you start talking about the Phillies, the Mets, the Braves, like that division is going to be insane as well. The NL West will just be what the NL West will be, barring any injuries. I think the Dodgers, they win that by 12.5 to 16 games. I think the Giants are due for their 1 3 to 5 year, playoff run where they probably fucking beat us. I despise the San Francisco Giants. I just put that out there. So that's just that. But man, MLB, I'm excited for this year. I think people think the Dodgers are going to be the class of the league, but I'm telling you right now that and then the AL West with the fucking Rangers and the Astros are still there. The Yankees big hit with Garrett Cole going down, not going to throw for 6 weeks.
Down. Yeah.
Not going for 6 weeks, which that means 6 weeks I won't be ready to play probably for 10 weeks. That'll be bullpen sessions. That'll be minor leagues time. And then it'll be shortened start. So that's difficult for the Yankees. But, dude, I'm excited, man. Just subscribe to my MLB.com ticket on VetTix or ID me, whatever. I don't even know how I do it, but it's like $149, $124, I think, for the year. Get every game you want. But yeah, and don't count the Rockies out.
Never.
I heard Joker's coming over after the season. Playing center field.
Cool stuff, fellas. We'll add to the live viewers and listeners. We got a lot of big stuff coming. Obviously, we got the March Madness show tomorrow, as well as some big games Thursday, Friday. You got playing games tomorrow and Wednesday. So look for some possible action there. But also, we're doing a lot of stuff. You can see, I know we're a smaller show, but we're continuing to grow. Anyone in the local area, if you're heading up to Blackhawk Thursday, Friday around that time, Sach and myself will be there. If you want to introduce yourself, come say hi. Get in a video clip with us, talk sports, whatnot. He's going to.
You got a mute button, Whit?
What the fuck was that? Sounded like a gunshot, bro.
Yeah, you got a mute button, man. What the? Woo!
Hey. I moved my bar stool and I hit something. All right. Okay. So that was worse. When you look at bloopers on the totality of 2024 bloopers, that was worse than Zach letting the putty out the cabin. Like that dude let Garfield out of the room, turned his entire back on the host, and let Garfield out. You know what I mean?
They're both making the blooper reel. They're both making the reel. You just triggered my PTSD. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know. I thought we're getting shelled. I didn't know what was going on.
53 minutes.
Hey, alarm 4, Matt. Alarm blue, mop 4.
Anyway, back to the action. You can catch E's gonna be out. He's gonna be out in Vegas this weekend. Any of our Vegas viewers or listeners, if you see the guy, say hi, snap a photo of them, send it into the show. We'll put you out on the page, guys. And as well as of course, once the NBA finals start to hit around the corner, the fellas are gonna be at Del Frisco's little whiskey bar, little cigar bar. If you're in the area, come stop by, check out the action with us. We'll get some plays going and everything. But that kind of wraps up tonight's show. I know we got a lot to talk. Huge show again. I just want to throw it out there again, guys. Huge show tomorrow. We're going over each of our regions for the NCAA March Madness tournament, as well as our whole bracket in general, and plays we like going into Thursday and Friday, ladies and gents. So you do not want to miss that show. It's going to be jam-packed with action. This is the time of the year. This is where you want to be and whatnot. But that'll pretty much wrap up tonight's show. We'll do a quick around the room with the fellas of anything, any last comments you want to throw out there.
I'm gonna be staying up late tonight. Just to be prepared. We'll have the dialogue in the group chat on how we want to do this thing for picks wise once that rolls around, and we'll have more on that tomorrow. But yeah, just got to be in the lab tonight. That's all we're gonna do. We got that, and then we got the NBA tomorrow. Got a special guest on the show tomorrow morning for the NBA player props to throw one out. 6:30 in the morning. We got Smooth making a return. So he'll be there in the morning. And yeah, a lot of exciting things for us. So, we're growing, heading in the right direction, and let's just continue to stay hot. Like you said, if there's one thing that we aren't on this show, we're not losers. So end it with that. Yeah.
In order to become the 1%, you have to do what the other 99% won't. Someone once told me that, I read it somewhere, but hey, that's what you want to do. I just want to know, is Big E going to have Money Me? We got to change the name to Money E. Is he going to have a new poster tomorrow? We don't know. That one looks like it's there for a while.
Might be up for a minute. We'll see. We'll see what comes out tomorrow.
I'm a little bit more vanilla. I just got Old Glory,
That's all we need. Hey, looking forward to tomorrow. Like they said, tune in early for the special guests and the prop show. I'll have my picks in between 2, 3 tomorrow afternoon, 3 and 1 the last 2 days. We'll keep that going. And look, like we said, we're winning. And not only can you go back and watch the tape to find that out, you can look at our boy, our quarterback, ZJ. Apparently he's at some massage parlor right now. He's got the white cotton robe on. He's about ready to get rubbed down. That's not cheap. That comes from winning. And so,
right.
I don't know if you just came out of sprucing up in the sauna, but I like the white look, the robe, the hat.
Versace robe.
It's like ivory. It looks like ivory.
Rocks.
Yeah. Like some sheepskin. Some real sheepskin.
Yeah, he's looking sharp. What do you guys, ZJ? Take us home.
Take us home. I got one thing for you guys. In the great words of Jordan Belfort, we never ask anyone to judge us on our wins. We ask them to judge us on our losses because we have so few. But that'll do it for tonight's show, ladies and gents. We'll catch you tomorrow. The fellas will be there in the house, and we'll see you tomorrow morning as well. Peace out, and have a good night.
Later, gents.